There are many stereotypes and preconceived notions that people hold about the homeless. These beliefs sometimes make it difficult for the real stories behind homelessness to be understood by our culture. One of the most common ideas out there is that homeless people are dangerous criminals who threaten to tear apart the fabric of society.
I think the number one myth about folks that are experiencing homelessness is that, especially among single men, that they are drug addicts and alcoholics, that they're lazy, that they're thieves, that they're pedophiles, and various other and sundry negative things. And the fact is, the majority of people who are in a homeless shelter are there because they've lost their housing because of a crisis that has ensued. The smallest population we have is a population of folks who are chronically homeless and have drug and alcohol problems and all of that.
One of the major myths that we continue to respond to is that all homeless people are going to create crimes. You know, the crime issue, if you look at a lot of the studies, and if I look at our programs, a large number of the residents that end up receiving services from our organization are more victims of crimes than the perpetrators of crime.
Another widespread assumption is that the homeless are just lazy people who choose to shed the responsibility of a house and job in order to enjoy a carefree lifestyle. In reality, many homeless people do want to work and would prefer to earn their way through life.
It's not by choice, and it's not fun, and it's not kind of this myth of the hobo lifestyle and hopping on trains and, doing all that. It truly is a crisis for folks, and it's a very, very difficult life.
The other piece that I find that is incredibly inaccurate is that homeless people are lazy and they're in those conditions because they want to be. Our residents want to go to work. And that's a stereotype that, you hear a lot, is that they don't want to work. They want meaningful work, and they want to develop those skills to go to work. People are passionate about that.
One final misconception people have is that the homeless want to go through life without a home, so there is no reason to have compassion for them or do anything to help. But the truth is, large numbers of homeless people spend their days doing everything they can to get themselves out of their current situation.
The last myth is that people enjoy being homeless and want to be homeless. And I will tell you that they, for the most part, and I mean virtually everybody, wants a place to live. It's a basic need. It's like air and food. We all want a place to live. And there is a tiny, tiny percentage of people that actually want to live on the land. The majority of people want housing.
When you sit and you talk to a homeless person in the day in the life of a person that's homeless, who may find themselves having to leave a shelter, go look for employment, find a job, work that day labor program, then bounce to an agency to fill out a housing application, and then go from filling out that application to going down and applying for benefits at Jobs and Family Services or some organization, then stand in line and get in line for a shelter bed by a certain time. They're very resourceful people, and they have to navigate a lot of systems and a lot of processes every day. It's just one of those stigmas that, when we know better, we do better. And the way we learn about it is just sitting down and really talking to people. Conversation, really, you learn a lot. And so, sitting and talking with a person that's been through those systems and learning what goes on in the life of an everyday person who's homeless, you will find that they're incredibly, incredibly resourceful. And they have to go from place to place just for their daily needs. Things that we take for granted